What's up, YouTube family? And we're back at it with another edition of Round One Sports TV. I want to wish you and yours a happy Thanksgiving from here, from Round One Sports Talk, from me to you. We have some interesting fights that are up and coming. We have the David, the Monster Benavidez coming up against Demetrius Andrade. And we also have Jose Benavidez coming up against Jarmell Charlo. Let's break down this fight this upcoming Saturday, all that and more. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. Well, Demetrius Andrade is coming up into a mega showdown against the one and only David the Monster Benavidez. Now, in most boxing fans' eyes and fighters agree that these are the two fighters at the 168-pound division right now. This is the best of the best right here. Now, whoever wins this fight, it's rumored that the winner of this fight could face Saul Canelo Alvarez. Now, that yet to be seen, so let's just keep in mind on this fight right here. So, okay. Demetrius Andrade is coming into this fight 32 fights, 19 knockouts, right? He's 6 feet tall and he has a 73-inch arm reach. He has a 59% knockout ratio, okay? And he has been in 10 world title fights. And in those 10 world title fights, he has knocked out 6 of those 10 men, okay? Being the fact that he started his career at 155 pounds and the majority of his career he fought roughly in those weight divisions right there. In fact, he's only had one fight at 167 pounds, which was his last fight. In his last performance, he looked a little sluggish. He looked like he needed to get acclimated to the division and the new weight. This will be his second fight coming into the 168-pound division. Now, his opponent, David the Monster Benavidez, he started his career at this weight. He has fought upwards at, I believe it was 180. He fought at 180 pounds one time. Now, David Benavidez comes to us with a record of 27 fights, 23 ways by knockout. He's 26 years of age. He's 6'2", and he has a 74-inch arm reach. Okay? Now, David Benavidez started his career at this weight in general. His entire career, he's basically fought at 167 pounds on average. Okay? He has only... Well, he has 4 championship fights, but it's kind of technically only 3 because one of the fights he was entering the fight as the champion, but he lost his belt on the scale, meaning the only person that had the opportunity to win the title on that night was his opponent and not him. So it doesn't kind of count for him for a world title fight, being the fact that he couldn't win one, you see? So he only has 3 world champion fights, and he has 2 interim championship fights, which is the new recently acquired WBC interim champion that he has. Okay, now David Benavidez has fought a lot of bigger guys, and he's been criticized in the past for his footwork being shady. But in his last 2 outings, his footwork has really come a long way. You know, in his last outing against Caleb Plant, you know, Caleb Plant was thinking that he was going to be able to push him back and that he wouldn't adjust well on his feet. But David Benavidez has shown that he's added new wrinkles to his fight arsenal. So it would be interesting to see how much better his footwork has gotten. But you know, his upper body, as far as his hands go, listen, he just throws a variety of punches, and he really overwhelms his opponent. He really doesn't have that kind of like one punch knockout power. I guess he could knock you out if he catches you flush, but it's kind of like a sledgehammer hitting you all night. And if you ask me, I'd rather get hit by one rather than getting beat by a sledgehammer for 12 rounds. Which, in fact, I don't think this fight is going to go 12 rounds. Demetrius Andrade is also ready. Both of these fighters realize that their entire career has come to this night. It has led them to this moment. This is when they got to come and perform, show up and show out. Demetrius Andrade knows that his whole entire career has led him here. And he's going to bring the best Demetrius Andrade we've ever seen. As far as David Banavidez goes, he looks better with every fight. From the moment that he lost his belt on the scale and he started seeing that his career and his life wasn't going in the direction he saw himself going into, and he didn't want to let his family down and himself. He's looking better in shape. His physique looks a lot better. And as you can see, in the David Benavidez's training camp and gym, his father works and trains multiple fighters. There are fighters in and out of that gym on a daily basis. They lack no no sparring partners. There's no lack of sparring partners in their gym. The experience that they're getting on a day-to-day basis, him and his older brother, leads me to believe that he is well coached and well prepared for this fight. And he knows that he needs to make a statement in this fight to get a shot at pressuring Canelo Alvarez to fight the victor in this fight. Demetrius Andrade is at the same crossroad. He's going to fight like they lit a fire underneath his ass. He knows this is his moment. This is his time to show the world he means business. Demetrius Andrade is not going to roll over for no one. And I don't think any of these men possess the kind of footwork that they're going to run from each other all night. Both of these men are exciting fighters, forward fighters, and they come to knock each other's heads off. This is going to be a very, 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 very high, intense fight. There's going to be fireworks in this fight, and I believe in this fight, there's going to come a time in this fight where we're going to get that holy shit moment, where you're going to jump out of your seat and be like, holy shit. Mark my words, we're going to get a holy shit moment in that fight right there. Now, his older brother, Jose Benavidez, is also fighting on the same card as the co-main event. His brother has been lately on a losing streak, but really not. You can't really blame that all on himself, because on one fateful night, he was tragically shot in the leg. And in fact, they told him he probably won't even box anymore. Well, he didn't get the memo, because not only is he walking, he's boxing again. And he's up for the challenge. Jose Benavidez is a well-schooled fighter and a crafty fighter. The Charlo twin, I'm not really sure what we're going to get from him, but I do remember the fighter he once was. And if he comes into this fight at least 80% of the fighter that he once was, he's going to try to forward pressure. The Charlo twin are aggressive. They are aggressive fighters, but Jarmell Charlo is a little bit more aggressive, where he relies more on his brute strength and athletic ability to really overwhelm his fighter. I believe he's a little bit more craftier than his kid brother, the smaller one, right? And at times, I always would think that he was the better fighter. Being due to his inactivity, we really don't know what we're going to get. But I do know one thing. He is a fighter and a world champion. And tonight, on Saturday night, he has a lot to prove to the world and to the fans that he is back. So he has a point to make. Jose Benavidez is trying to find a new home and find where he fits in. He doesn't want to end his career on a losing note. And he also doesn't want to lose on the night that his kid brother is fighting one of the biggest fights of the night. So I believe that both these fights, all four of these fighters, are going to fight like everything's on the line, because it is. because it is. And this is going to really determine and let us know where the Charlo twin is at, who's on the top at the 168-pound division, and if Jose Benavidez can overcome this challenge. There's a lot of questions and a lot of fireworks going to go down in this fight. And I ask you to please join me. If you like the video, give the videos a like. Please comment on the video and let me know who you think is going to win in this fight and why. Do you see David Benavidez beating Demetrius Andrade, or do you see Demetrius Andrade prevailing in this fight? There are a lot of questions that are about to be answered, but one thing's for sure, we're going to get a winner. One way or another, we will get a winner. So join me. Enjoy your holidays and your Thanksgiving turkey. And like always, I'm on to the next one. Peace.